Oh. Hey. Oh, D. D.
Mama.
Tell mommy to have a good class. Don't be upset with mama.
Oh, what about this one? Woo! Okay, you don't have to have that one.
We love you, Mom.
I'll see you in a minute.
See you in a few
Daddy's
minutes.
gonna take you to Barnes & Noble.
Oh,
okay?
yeah, we're gonna have so much fun.
Go get a book.
Let's do it.
I love you.
Have a good class. He's not happy about being in that seat because I got to get him out of that seat. Happy Monday. Well, this is a proper hello, happy Monday. Got a little guy right here. It has been quite a day. I was at work. You guys know that Mondays are my meetings days, and I'm always like basically hungover from Sunday. I know that's a little bit much because I was leading worship at church, but it's true as far as fatigue goes. So made it to work. I actually had to fill in. Our senior pastor was out, so I ran the creative meeting, which was kind of fun. I like that. It all went good. Plus, just catching up with everybody. You know, I'm not in the office as much during the week because I'm here and there, different campuses, working from home some, yada, yada, yada. So, like, I love, you guys have met Julia before, I think. She's the office, like, administrative assistant, and she's just awesome. So a lot of times when I go in, spend a good chunk of time, a little bit of time, us talking about like spiritual things. Like we get really excited and talk about it. Plus she loves like a lot of the worship music. She's not a musician or a singer, but she loves worship, so she loves to talk about it. So anyway, that was pretty much it. And Olivia and Harper were at home, and Olivia was doing lots of admin work. Lots of admin work and stuff like that. So anyway, we are just taking a little bit of walk around. It's kind of mild. It's a little cool still. So as you can see, we have a blanket, stuff like that. But it's not really cold. So we're actually on our way to Barnes & Noble. We're gonna take the long way because I was like, I need to talk to you guys. I need to say hello. You know what I'm saying? So I'm really excited. I think I said yesterday we have an Ash Wednesday service, like we call it Lenten reflection, to enter the season of Lent. Lent's really awesome. If you're not familiar as much with it, which I didn't grow up being as familiar with it, but it leads up to Easter. It's actually 45 days or so, but it's 40 days minus Sundays. And it's just a time of preparation for Easter. So it's a time of traditionally where you do fasting, where you, you know, repentance and just examining yourself and your heart. So anyway, I'm excited about that. We have a really contemplative service, so we've got like an acoustic kind of thing with like 5 guitar players and a bunch of vocals, and it's gonna be really, really awesome. So we finished planning that today, and a lot of work to do on that, plus all the regular stuff. So I don't know why I'm telling you all about work today, but I hope it's not too boring to you. So we're gonna hang out a little bit, and then we are going to head to Barnes & Noble, walk around, look at cool books, and we'll check back in. Speaking of Ash Wednesday, I mean, we were just talking about it, right? Whoa! Gosh. I keep trying to get him on film singing because he just singing. We're going on this. We actually took a longer walk to Barnes & Noble than I anticipated, but it's so nice. So, but I'm singing just kind of like writing a little bit. That's what I do a lot of times when I'm walking, just kind of like just thinking through tunes and stuff like that. I'm a songwriter after all. And he's only singing when I'm singing. So it's so very, very sweet. Hi. Who's? Are you excited to be at Barnes & Noble? Are you excited to be at Barnes & Noble? No smile or anything? Just like, what you got for me, Dad? Harpy, look. Dr. Seuss. Fun with Dr. Seuss. What do you think about that? You want to open it? Let's open it. I'm not. Yeah, there you go. Woo! Wants to do it himself, people. Wow. That's music. Maybe one day you'll learn how to read music. Harpy. Cute. It's upside down, baby. Well, we bought it, of course. A, B, C, D, E, F, G. Such a good boy. Let's go get mommy. Wow! Tell us about it.
Ready?
Okay, let's do it.
Whoa! Who's the tallest?
You're so tall. Wow! I see you. I see you.
Oh my goodness! Oh my god!
High five.
I can see your belly too. Oh my god, he's so cute.
He's like, this is awesome. Don't ever put me down. This is where I want to stay.
Can you touch the wall? Look.
Oh.
He's so good. He's like,
He's like, that was cool. Hi.
hi.
How are you? What's your one class? How was your class?
Just one class. It was really good. It was very good. People were really into it. It was real like high energy and it was good.
Good.
Yeah.
We missed you. We had a long walk and then we went to Barnes & Noble and bought a book.
I love that.
And then that's pretty much it.
Pretty good.
Pretty good. It was so funny. What was that thing you were saying? Was it perception?
Yeah, I was talking about, in my class, I was talking about perception. How like you could perceive, just in let's just talk about a logistical sense. You know, maybe at your job, they pick 3 people to do something and you perceive that they didn't pick me because I'm not good enough or they don't think I'm capable, when in reality, they may have just at random picked those people or picked those people based on what they see in the big picture of things down the road or whatever. And so I was applying that to my class today. Sometimes you might perceive, oh, well, I don't spin as well as the girl that sits in front of me every time, or I can't keep the pace very good, or I'm just not able to, I'm not seeing a whole lot of improvement, when in reality, the truth of the matter is maybe you might be holding the pace 5 seconds longer than you did the last time. Do you know what I mean? So by switching the idea of what you feel versus what's the truth. And then sometimes I feel if we could push what we feel out of the way and just live in what is the truth. The truth being, even though it might be small, I am making small improvements. It just still, my perception of that is still that I've got so far to go. Does that make sense?
Absolutely. I mean, I think also one time I remember hearing this thing that in relationships we do this a lot, because you think, oh, well, they clearly hate me, or they clearly don't like me, or they clearly, all this kind of stuff. But the reality may not be that at all. Mm-hmm. They may not even be they may not even know that they did something. So what this person was suggesting is that you always give people the benefit of the doubt.
Right.
if you start from that position, it doesn't mean that sometimes they're not being rude or they're not being this whatever.
Sure.
But your perception of it is so likely not to be trusted.
Well, and that's the thing, is like it's clouded in emotion. Perception is like clouded in emotion. And you know, but at the same time, you know, you at some point you have to learn how, I think in some situations it is important to kind of pull out the emotion, but at some point you have to learn to live in the balance of the truth and the emotion. But sometimes, especially in negative situations, I think it's always helpful to be like, I'm gonna take out the element of how I'm perceiving this situation and really just try to stay in the truth of the situation.
Yeah,
you know
what
I mean?
is actually happening?
What is going on? And sometimes that requires you to have an uncomfortable conversation with somebody or whatever, or in the case of like what I was telling my riders tonight, sometimes that requires you to really kind of hold yourself up to the measuring stick and be like, you know, what's the truth of the situation? Oh, well, yeah, I actually ran a little bit longer today than I did yesterday. That's great. I still didn't ride the whole song, but so the perception there is I'm not good at this, when the truth is you're making improvements. You're on a road to the point where you will one day ride the whole song or whatever.
Yeah.
So, and to celebrate the truth and not fall into the trap of the perception.
That's good.
I think it's really good. Like, and I think that goes for everybody, like across the board, as far as like, you know, I don't know, like even like for me, like in Whole30, like I have to remind myself, like, and I didn't weigh because I'm gonna do another Whole30. I'm not gonna weigh until the end of that Whole30. For me, I think that's just really important, because a lot of times, like right now, like I don't feel like I've lost a lot of weight, but that's just my perception, because everybody around me is telling me that I look significantly different in these 30 days. So, and that's the truth. Like, you know, that is like, so, and especially with weight loss, I think perception is you got to kind of take the perception out of it.
Yeah.
A little bit.
That's good. I like it.
Yeah, so I'm gonna start, I think, I've been thinking about it a lot the last like couple days, or just yesterday and today. But I think I'm gonna do Whole30 during Lent. Like, I know it's not, is it 30, how many days?
It's 45 days actually. It's 40 days minus Sundays, because Sundays are like called mini Easters, and this is their mini feast days. So usually you don't necessarily have a huge feast, but you know, you just don't usually do the fast. So if you're fasting, whatever that may be, then you don't do it on the Sundays.
Right. So I'm gonna do Whole30. I think I'm just gonna jump into another one. I think. Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah, because I'm on a roll. I feel really good, but I just have felt like the last couple days, like I'm also at a point where it doesn't feel quite yet like, oh, I'm eating this way now. Like it still feels like something I'm quote unquote doing, but I'm teetering on, like the last few days of Whole30, I really felt like I started really feeling that, like, oh, how am I trying, I'm not communicating this very well. I felt like that kind of release into it, if that makes sense. Like that release into, oh, I could really eat like this, like long term, you know what I mean? So
it's good.
Yeah.
All right. Speaking of, let's go get some food, because Daddy's hungry.
Mommy's hungry.
Mama's hungry. And I bet you Harper's hungry, although he's eating his crackers.
Harper, you having crackers? Those aren't on Whole30.
Let's see if
So if you want to join us for Lent, you can choose whatever you want to do. Like a lot of people give up sugar or chocolate or sweets or whatever. You can do a Whole30 with me if you would like.
I think I'm gonna do it. Remember I was talking about it yesterday?
Are you gonna do Whole30?
I think so, because that would be a real sacrifice for me. Honestly, I like now the Daniel fast.
Right.
I could eat that way. And the point of a fast is that you're denying yourself for something else. You know, not just for the sake of denying yourself.
So our whole household will do Whole30. Yeah. I'll do it with you.
Yeah, that sounds good. Oh, excuse me. And then, but then on Sundays I'm eating normal. Yeah.
I'll probably just do the Whole30 the whole way through, I think. Maybe, maybe not 40. Maybe when I get out of the next 30, I can see if I could do like during the week Whole30 and then something a little on the weekends. Or if I get a couple weeks in and I feel good about that, then I may do something like that. But I think I'm gonna just try to do another 30 days starting on Wednesday.
That's good. I'm gonna do that, and then Sundays I'm gonna eat normal.
Because already, like even today, like when I woke up this morning, like I felt, ugh, like we had like a treat meal last night, and I just felt like crap. Like I just immediately, I was like, oh. And I know you're supposed to like wean yourself out of it and whatever. I do know all of that. But I just like, I don't know, I just didn't feel that great. And I have not felt like that in like, 20-ish so days. After the past like 3 weeks, I have felt amazing. So, right, Harper? What do you got to say? What are you gonna do for Lent? Just be sweet? Harper, Harper. Yeah? What are you gonna do? Are you gonna do whole Harper? Are you gonna do bananas only? What are you gonna do? Yeah? Nanas? Can you say Nana? Can you say Nana? Can you say Dada? Can you say Dada? Can you say cracker?
It's not on demand.
Cracker. Cracker. What? Oh. Hey. Oh, D. Do. Do. Da. 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 What is that laugh? You're being so silly. Okay, let's go home.
Let's go home.
Say bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Yeah.
Oh, good boy.
Good boy. Bye-bye. Say bye-bye. That was so sweet. Bye-bye. Oh.